morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is William Michael Forbes. I want to welcome you to Supernatural Saturday. And I've got a couple of announcements to make today that should be really a lot of fun because the format of Supernatural Saturday is going to change. Instead of just being a regular Q&A, there's going to be a change in the format, and we're going to go over that in a few minutes. Just going to wait for people to get on here. And I want to say hi to everybody who's coming on right now. We're really excited about what's going to be happening here. When we're doing the shortcuts for your soul during the weekdays, but Supernatural Saturday is going to now be used as a summary process for integrating all of the information and energies that were broadcast during the 5 preceding days. And on the 6th day, there's going to be a brand new energy in the form of a meditation. We're going to get into all the details of that in a few minutes. See, we got hi Terry, hi Christine, hi Anne-Marie. Yes, Supernatural Saturday. Here we go. The truth about your soul is the subject today. The truth about your soul. Please remember to like this video while you're watching it, to subscribe to the channel. If you want to support my work, you can do that through patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. You can also support my work through using Super Chats. If you want to prioritize a question you have, you can do that through the Super Chats, which is a little symbol of like an S symbol, like a dollar symbol to the left or just below the chat box. You can click that and offer Super Chat. You can also support this work through Super Stickers, which are also there as well. And I want to welcome everybody here today. It's really going to be an exciting morning. The energy is just really intense. And the truth about your soul is such a fundamental thing for people to know, especially during this time of ascension. What is your soul? What is it? Like, what are you in truth? What is that? And how do you identify what that is? And we're going to, like I said, we're going to get into that. Just let everybody come on board. Let's see where to go here. Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, the truth about your soul, there's been lots of discussions and lots of, and this is not my higher self coming through. There's a higher energy here beyond that. I'll call it source energy is the best I can put it, because it's extremely intense and it's coming directly through me, very similar to Master Jesus' energy. And what's really been fascinating is this energy has been becoming more predominantly present with me over the last 4 or 5 days, like really getting intense. And the one thing it's telling me is telling me that it's ramping up the broadcasting capabilities of spirit through all of us. So every single human being that's searching to find the truth of themselves, the truth to their purpose, the meaning for their life, the energies are being facilitated on the planet today from the galactic center, from the solar center of the sun. There's all kinds of electromagnetic energies coming here to connect you to the awareness of what you are, not so much who you are, because who you are is, most people believe that who you are is who you think you are, John or Mary or Bob or Jim or Harold or Maud. That's just the name that this world gave to the container, right? That's the name. This is a William container. It's not who I am. It's the William. I'm in a William container that's been programmed to be a William. And I've had to learn to differentiate between the William container, the William thoughts, the William emotions, and I, who I am. And that I is your soul. And we're going to get into that a little bit more as we go through this. So one of the things that is going to change about Supernatural Saturday, and again, I'm really excited about this, Supernatural Saturday is now going to become the place where all of the preceding 5 days, the previous 5 days of energy, so the shortcuts for the soul, Monday to Friday, on the Saturday, we're going to be using Supernatural Saturday from this point forward. This is what they've asked me to do. We take it and we break it down into 4 parts. And the first part of Supernatural Saturday will be our normal touching in, looking at the subject matter. And then there's going to be a 15-minute segment of meditation, for anchoring all of the energy that you're receiving through this transmission, as well as all the energies that you received in the previous transmissions, and also the energy of your own guides and angels that are being transmitted to you, and the elevation of your awareness to its divine right, its divine position in consciousness, so that you begin to realize that you are not the thoughts, you are not the emotions, you're not the body, you are the awareness that is conscious of them and functions them. That is your soul. You are not this. You have this. It's something you can do things with. People can jump off bridges. People can become great athletes. They use this. You as a soul are using this physical form, which is nothing more than an animal body made by this planet, constructed from the matter of this planet. It's not who you are. It's an instrument that you're using right at this moment. And you came in here for a specific reason, which is available to you once you can get disidentified with the concepts and ideas that you've been fed by this world that tell you to believe that life is a certain specific way, when in fact it's not. Life is a dynamic system of energy that's continually changing and being modified according to the way in which it's directed by awareness or by thought of awareness through mind-body. So if you're stuck in your mind, you're stuck in your body, then a lot of the conditions you're going to be producing in your life experience will be based on what's in your mind and in your body. That's not soul functioning. That may be your soul identified with that information, but it's not who you are. And the process of differentiating yourself from your body and your mind gets simpler when you have a way of doing that, when you actually have a way to step back from your thoughts, when you have a way to step back from your emotions and not be pulled around by them, right? A lot of people get pulled around by their emotions and they think that their emotions are them, and that's not true. When you're aware of a feeling of anxiety, you aren't the anxiety, soul. Soul, you are not the anxiety. You are not the anxiety. You're not the depression. You're not the frustration. You're not the anger. You're not the guilt. You're not the shame. You are not that. That is something that has been put into the system. And if you want verification on that, you watch any conventional TV show that manipulates, directs, and controls your mind to make you think, feel, and believe in certain realities that don't exist, other than the fact that somebody's put them in your mind. And so for you, they do exist. The minute you adopt an idea, the minute you, as an awareness, adopt an idea as if it's true, that idea becomes a functional reality in your personal expression. So the truth about your soul is it's not the thoughts. It is not the emotions. It is not the body. You are an infinite extension of limitless consciousness, manifesting through an individualized form, the expression of your energy, which is emotion. Emotions, the emotions of guilt, shame, those feelings that you get are not your energy. I mean, they're activated by energy, but emotion is your energy. Emotion is the energy you, as an awareness, put through this form. And whatever's in the form, your emotional energy, the energy of your consciousness, activates that. It activates whatever's in the system. And that information in the system is either information that you've acquired from your upbringing, information you've acquired from books or movie or TV or radios or from listening to other people. Information you've acquired is one level of that information, but you've also acquired, and there's information in your physical body that is called genetic information, stored information, acquired programming. But not just acquired programming, like the acquired programming of survival, fight, or flight. That's been in these bodies for over 250 million years. These bodies have been programmed to survive by fight or flight, right? But there's also the acquired emotional, thought, and behavioral patterns and physical tendencies of your predecessors, all of which, when you acquire enough awareness, can be taken under your control, and you can literally begin to rewrite as an awareness, as a soul. You can begin to rewrite and restructure all of the information you've acquired and create a brand new conscious expression of your being in this matter of time and space. Because really, this is what you are here to learn. You didn't come here to suffer. You came here to learn that you are a master of creative energy. You are a master of defining and redefining energy and consciousness into different structures. And we see evidence of that in simple evolution of human society, where we went from caves and something changed within us to cause us to move from caves into structures. And then something caused us to change those little structures from huts or tents into skyscrapers and megaliths. And we learn to alter form when we learn to alter our consciousness. When we get a conception or an idea that's outside our normal perceptual mechanism, which is your five senses, your five physical senses are your normal mechanism for perceiving this world. But you, as a soul, have a perceptive ability that goes beyond the five physical senses. You have an ability to access information and ideas beyond what's apparent to your five physical senses. And some people call that intuition. Some people call that the inspiration. Some people call that my imagination. There's many different names that has been given, but those are the most common names. You as a soul can access non-physical information. In other words, you can ask for information. Ask, I wonder how I'm going to do this. and all of a sudden an idea pops in your head. Where did the idea come from? The energy of source responds to your intention to request information, and it downloads it into the consciousness. You go, oh, I got a great idea, right? And you did. You got a great idea. You asked for it, you received it. Or you're trying to solve a problem, or you're thinking in your own mind, And a lot of people do this. They get stuck thinking in their own mind, thinking that they're just talking only to themselves. Or are they really? Or are they really talking to the content of their mind, what they remember? A lot of people interact with their past in the present as if their past self is more real than the self that is talking or trying to figure out the information from that self. So as we go through today, and as we get into next week, remember, there's going to be a process of meditation that this is going to be used. We're going to be 15 minutes of discussion about the summary of the week, a 15 to 20 minute meditation to follow that up, and follow up that we'll do another Q&A session for that, so that we get a chance for everybody to also download and share their experiences from what they receive in the processes of the meditations. And believe me, the meditations that will happen are going to blow your mind. They're really simple, elegant. When we had a meditation with Archangel Michael last night in one of our classes, and some of the students were just the amazing things happen. We watched somebody's allergies literally go away. They'd had allergies for 22 years, and they literally just vanished in the span of like 20 minutes, completely vanished. All the symptoms were gone. So when you start working with energies that are a higher potential than your mind and body, higher potential energies can transform lower potential energies. Much the same way as the frequency of heat applied to water can change the water structure from being solid water to being vapor. So too, when you learn how to bring in higher vibrational concepts, frequencies of energy, bring it into your body, it will change and alter the paradigm of your body. Are there limits to this? We don't know of any limits thus far, other than the limits that people harbor in their own minds. Yes. So we'll get into that. So we're going to be using the Supernatural Saturday. That will be the structure, the subject, a discussion about the subject, a Q&A, a meditation, and then another Q&A. And then we're going to, for getting feedback from people. And this will be very transformative. So I encourage you to invite your friends, other people that you want to come out to this, because their lives will change. A lot of them think a lot of people are stuck, especially on the planet right now, even though they're in isolation. A lot of people are stuck in their minds. They're stuck in what they remember themselves. I'm supposed to be this. I'm supposed to be that. I'm supposed to think this. I'm supposed to feel that. A lot of people are suffering because they're stuck in that. You are an infinite, eternal, and immortal being. An infinite, eternal, and immortal being, an awareness that will not die. It will change form. It will move from one physical form to another. It will change points of time and space and consciousness. But you, in essence, will not die, but the form will. And you want to become aware that you are aware, independent of the body. You want to become aware that you're aware, independent of your body. That doesn't mean you stop being in your body. Because if your body ceases to function and you don't know, you don't have a reference point of yourself as being a non-physical awareness, one of the things that will happen is you will become unconscious. You'll still be alive, but you'll be asleep in a different way. Just like when your body is physically sleeping, so too when your soul, if it leaves the body not knowing that it is not the body-mind, then it will be like you will be unaware. And the reason you're unaware if you leave your body without knowing that you are a non-physical being is that you've become accustomed to identifying yourself through this body, through the 5 physical senses. It's become the primary reference point that you use to say, this is me. Most people on the planet, about 96%, believe that this is them. And so because of that reference point, suddenly you turn all of this off. You aren't aware of anything because you no longer have reference to that place and point of time and space that you're aware. So a lot of the yogis and mystics of the East often place a great emphasis on meditation, as we do also. Please understand that meditation is not simply about getting your body and your mind quiet and still. It is about reestablishing yourself to the divine estate of your awareness as an unlimited potential in an infinite spectrum of consciousness. This is something that is available to every single soul that exists throughout all creation. When you formulate and develop that point of awareness, you liberate yourself from being subjective exclusively to the contents of your mind and body and to the information fed to you through the 5 physical senses, which includes anybody's ideas. You become independent of this and you learn to assess and discern information and ideas from a higher perspective, which allows you to make choices very differently than you do currently in your physical body with the content you've acquired from your past. That is not a very good platform from which to make healthy, constructive decisions from. So we highly recommend that you learn to cultivate an awareness of yourself as being more than just a body and mind. And in the meditative process that you will experience here each Saturday from this point forward, you will begin to experience that heightened awareness that is you, that is not the body but directs the body, that is not the mind but can direct the thoughts, that is the consciousness that can alter and change emotional energy from one state to another, that can take fear and convert it into hope, that can take guilt and turn it into peace. The capacity that you have as a sentient being is limitless once you begin to understand that perspective of awareness. But first, you must establish that perspective of awareness in order to enable yourself to utilize the consciousness that is you effectively. And this is what we say is the truth about your soul. You are a non-physical being working through a physical medium. You have become identified with this physical medium so deeply that you've forgotten who you are. So when we say who you are, we mean that awareness that is you, the I, when your eye is open. When your eye is open, that soul that is you. When your eye is single, your body shall be filled with light. But when you're down in this physical body, you're divided with all the thoughts, information, and ideas that are stored in this mechanism. You're divided in this house. You must restore yourself. You must restore yourself to the estate of your being. Come home and begin to put your house in order, no longer be subjective to the confines of the information stored within your system. And our goal over the coming weeks will be to facilitate that awakening in all of you that are willing to engage in the process, willing to expand yourself beyond the structure of who you think you are, beyond the structure of the acquired emotions that you become so closely connected to and believe that the exclusive is you. But we would say to you that the very emotions that you struggle with is the very power you need to learn to utilize properly and effectively. Emotion is simply energy moved into a specific state of manifestation, and it can be good or evil. But you are exclusively able to develop an awareness that will let you change that into any energy you choose. Therefore, any creation is possible to you from that perspective. Wow. Thank you, guys. Again, I don't know who this being is, but their energy is just glorious. My whole body is like, whoo, heat. And yeah, you've got guides, you've got angels, you've got ascended masters, you've got beings from other dimensional states that are of high vibrational frequency that will guide you, will lead you, will direct you in a way that you can think about, reason about, and select and choose intelligently. There are beings in vibrational frequencies that will do the reverse, that will actually bring your energy down, will seek to confine you to matter, that will seek to confine you to the limits of your acquired emotions and your acquired patterns of this body. But you are not that. Reach up to us. Reach up to our estate where we are, where you can begin to be equal to us as you are. The kingdom of God, as you call it, is a state of being. It's a state of consciousness that in your essence you are always in and shall always remain in. But to actualize that as a manifestation energy, where you express that energy as a creative force, you would see that the ultimate amount of good can be manifested in this physical condition that you call this material world. Thank you. So let's see. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for everybody coming on. I'm just there we go. Okay, so let's see what we got. Hi, Manoj. Hi, Bethany, Autumn, Kate, Shane. Wonderful to see all of you guys today. So we're going to start scrolling through here. Hi, Shakana. Hi, Anne-Marie. I'm just going to scroll down. So the truth about your soul, it is so... yes, Angie, shortcuts for the soul. They've asked me to continue doing this. And we did shortcuts for the soul all last week. And it's going to continue going Monday to Friday. And the Supernatural Saturday is going to be the day, the platform by which we are going to be using the energies downloaded, received, and integrated during the preceding 5 days. And we're going to utilize meditation to facilitate people in their own ascension, in getting connected to the higher vibrational awareness of their own being, which is something that is natural to who we all are anyway. But the meditative process that will be used on Supernatural Saturday will be to assist and facilitate an integration of acquired vibrations and frequencies to a higher level in your consciousness, so that you can begin to realign your mind and body into the union of consciousness of the vibrational frequency that is you, which is love. The frequency of who you truly are is a frequency of love. which is a limitless expression of good. And there are other frequencies of expression, the limitless expression of the vibration of fear, which is the reverse of love. But our goal is to bring you to that vibration that you are as love. And because you may choose either. It is a free will zone. You may choose to suffer. You may choose to be in bliss. It is a free will zone, especially down in this dimension. It's completely a free will zone, but you must know that your will is free. Most of you have agreed to certain things without even knowing you've agreed. And we would recommend that you reevaluate what you've been told about life, what you've been told about what this world is, and begin to reconsider what it might possibly be. And our goal is to help you to get to that place. And we will use the meditative processes on Saturdays to do this. It'll be a discussion about the subject that we're going to be covering. That will be kind of a synopsis of the preceding 5 days, followed by a meditation, a Q&A, and then that'll be that. We'll see. From a William perspective, it's all new to me. I'm like a kid taken out to a carnival with my dad for the very first time. And there's so many different things to see. It's like wow. This is what this is like for me. So I'm just exploring the journey as an individual sentient being, but I'm also working with these ascended beings that work with all of us. I'm just conscious of that fact. That's the only difference. They're with you now. Your angels, your guides, multidimensional beings. They're creatures and beings on this planet that you can't see because your eyes aren't attuned to that frequency, but they exist. So let's see. Naveed, can you please ask Archangel Michael if the recent crisis that occurred on my behalf is because of karmic reason caused by me? Absolutely. Every condition in your life is an exact representation of what you are holding in your own condition, in your own consciousness, in your own mind, consciously or unconsciously. If you are unwilling to distance yourself from the emotions that produce those effects, then you will continue to repeat them in different forms. You must understand very clearly that the emotions you indulge in are very precise in terms of their effects in organizing matter into the conditions of your experience. Your emotional identifications organize matter. We will stress this to you very clearly. The emotions that you dominantly feel are organizing the experiences of matter for you as you experience them moment to moment. Learn to reorganize your emotional awareness into a vibrational frequency that's more pleasing to you, such as love, joy, excitement, playfulness, compassion, and you will find yourself not having to deal with such seemingly random events. And there are no random events. You are the creator of the experiences that you're experiencing, as is every soul on this planet. You may surrender your will to another's ideas, but be very mindful to whom you surrender your will to, for there are those that would take advantage of it, and those who will liberate you. You must learn to know the difference. So be careful who you listen to. Okay. Hi, Autumn. Hi, Patricia. Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Patricia. The meditation with Buddha on Thursday was amazing. Congratulations. That's wonderful, Autumn. Remember, I got to say, Autumn, there's a lot of cheering going on for you right now, because we know what you are reclaiming by surrendering your limited behavior. We know what you are reclaiming, and it may be at times that it will seem very difficult, but please understand that you are reclaiming your soul, your awareness to have dominion over matter, time, and space. And so, yes, your dreams will return because you are moving into a higher state of awareness again. You have the issues with alcohol we've explained before is that alcohol electrically disconnects your soul from the body. It electrically disconnects your soul from the body. So the body can function automatically, but not very efficiently when you are disconnected from it. And your soul can be electrically disconnected from the body with alcohol, and other certain frequencies can disconnect your soul from your body. But alcohol is really quick at disconnecting you from the body. It's nice to do that because when you got intense negative emotions that you don't know how to deal with, it's nice because you disconnect from your awareness from the pain, but you're not taking authority. So by doing what you're doing right now, we say this to you: we love you, we are with you, you are not alone, you are reclaiming your power, you're reclaiming your throne in your Father's house. And this is really wonderful. Thank you so much, and stay strong. Remember, You are learning to assume authority over this body and mind again. It is not your master, it is your servant. But it has been a loyal servant. You taught it how to drink. You taught it how to think about drinking. You taught it how to do all those things. Now you have to teach a new one, and it will be resistant. So be patient with it. Say, it's okay. I know you want that, but it's not best for you. And like a little child, eventually it will, after the fourth and the fifth day, you'll see that it gets much easier and you'll feel more excited. They're also saying it's important that you be mindful of asking us questions now, for we can come to you in your dreams. We can come to you in your dreams if you wish inspiration or guidance from us. But go to sleep. They're saying go to sleep with love as the dominant thought in your mind and in your feelings. Go to sleep choosing love as you go to sleep, so that you align yourself to that frequency. Thank you. Very important. Thank you, Lydia. I really appreciate that. Wonderful. Thank you for that sticker. I really appreciate that $10 sticker, Terry. Thank you for that €5, Vanessa. I really appreciate that. Janine, love the new platform. Yeah, Janine, I tell you, when they literally just told us about this morning. Like Norm and I were out walking in our favorite little private place, and they just downloaded it and said, this is what's going to happen to Supernatural Saturday. And we went, great, that's fantastic. So we're really excited about the kind of changes that it's going to make in all of our lives. You know, a lot of people, when they do these meditations through us, one of the things that I love is I get to participate with it too. I'm literally inside, and they do things. I'm going, why are you saying that? Why are you doing that? And it's amazing. It's just amazing. You're gonna love it. That's why we encourage you to come back on Saturdays. If you can get to, they're saying if you can get to even one of the shortcuts for the soul each week, if you can get to even one of them, you will tap into the overall frequency that's being transmitted for that week, so that when the meditation comes on Saturday, you'll still be able to get the benefit of all those other days, right? Also, while you're watching this, please give this thing a thumbs up while you're watching this. It would be really appreciated. There's 44 of you guys here, so give me a thumbs up so that the ratings on this go up and more people get drawn to this, because it goes higher up in the SEO on YouTube. Vanessa, from how to make studying more enjoyable. Wow. That's a great one, Vanessa. And again, the first thing that's coming through is this: if you had the result of your studies already, that is to say, if you had clearly the certificate, the result that you are seeking from the study, if you already knew what that result was, if you had that result right now, this is where you must go to before you begin studying. If I already had the result, how would I be feeling? Yes, how would I be feeling? So really do that. Like when you before you go studying, sit down and say, if all the studying I did, I already got the result from all the studying, what would that feel like? And you can ask yourself that question now, Vanessa. Ask yourself that question. If I already had the result from the studying that I'm seeking to get from the studying, if I already had that result, how would it feel? Ask yourself that question and be aware of the energy that you become aware of. Be aware of the energy you become aware of when you ask that question. How would I feel if I already had the result? And that energy is the energy you want to tap into before you study. You want to feel the energy of the result and then go into your studying with the energy of the result. And I cannot tell how many times I've been told to tell people that. And they go out and they get in that energy, they pass their exams, they get past the tests. Those things happen because they're in that energy of the result. Remember, you don't want to be defined by what's going on. You want to create an energy that's to come, so you bring the future into your present. You want to bring your future result into your present now, just like most people bring their past into their present or their past into their future. You want to bring your future into your present. So you're already creating the result from your future. You're bringing the future to here and now. And again, that's something that anybody can do. You can literally manifest the future right now as a vibrational experience, and then you'll literally walk right into it, literally and figuratively. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll up a bit here. Good morning, Tara. Let's see here. Artist Girl, question. What are the effects of meditation on the limbic system That's a great question, and I'll speak from my own personal experience. By the limbic system, you would mean like the pituitary glands, the hypothalamus, the different lower parts of the brain. Well, basically, what happens in meditation, from my experience, is all of those things become dormant. If you reach a proper meditative state, your body and your mind become dormant. And if you can keep your awareness, because what happens, people go through meditation when they're first beginning, they often the awareness gets the body quiet, gets the mind quiet. Once the mind goes quiet and you got the senses quiet, then your awareness is disidentified with the senses. And most people think they've fallen asleep. So you see the body go, whoop, right? But what's happened is the awareness, you disidentify. But that's not what you're asking. The question you're asking, what happens when you get to that place where you are in the meditative state? The body is quiet, the mind is quiet, and you are just being that which you are, the energy, the light, the vibration that is you. At that point, there's a gland in the brain called the pituitary gland that becomes more active. It becomes more active because all these other systems shut down. You're not distracted by the external world. So all those systems shut down, and the pituitary gland, which I call it the God gland, right? Or the multidimensional organ, where that becomes active. And if you move your awareness into the center of the brain where the pituitary is as an awareness, you'll start to pick up different things. Not only that, but the brain chemistry changes significantly. You start producing DMT, serotonin, other things can be produced that will alter your state. You can get questions. You can talk to your guides and angels right through that energy. They call them. You can call Master Jesus or Buddha. They'll come right through that state. So that's in a nutshell what happens is you get disidentified with the body mind, and you can reconnect to the multidimensional levels of consciousness and being. And then you can use the pituitary gland to bring that energy down into matter. So you can bring it back into time space and bring information back into time space through the organ of the pituitary gland, which will feed that information into the nervous system of the body. So you wake up and you have that information stored. That's a nutshell from my personal experience. Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate that. Oh, you're welcome, Shane. Andy, what range do you foresee future shortcuts of the soul to be appropriate for? Would my teens be too young? That's a great question, Angie, and it's something I've talked to them about. Because there's three-dimensional rules here, and it is a free will zone. One of the things they've told me is I think we can bring it down to 18 to 24 is what they're trying to get us to access now. 18 to 24-year-olds. I mean, if you want your kids to watch, that's completely up to you, because this is children. We found that children are often fascinated by our energy. They're fascinated by the vibrational frequency that they receive because it's not adulterated by the limitations of this biological creation called Earth. The energies of limitless consciousness are transmuted to this world through us. But understand, children feel that. They feel that very easily. You watch your children when they're young. They respond they're not shy. They're responding to the energy of a being. They're responding to the energy of a being. They may understand. They may not understand. From a William perspective, I will say we will stay at a minimum age of 18 at this point in time. You're certainly welcome to allow your children to watch. You can use your discretion as a parent. As you know, they will understand the vibration of this. Children, one of the things about children between ages 0 and 5, children do not, actually goes as high as 7. So children between the ages of 0 and 7 do not understand language. They understand imagery. They understand imagery. That's why your little child, when you're in the first toddling round and they go over the coffee table and they're looking at, you've left a cup of water there and they're looking at the cup of water and you're over by another part of the room, you're looking at them, look at the cup of water and you say, don't touch that cup of water. And all of a sudden they reach out and touch it, right? They didn't understand the words you said, not because they didn't understand the word. They saw your image in your mind of them touching the water. And they took that from you as a communication to touch the water. They respond to images. Children between 0 and 7 respond more to imagery. That's why keep your kids away from the TV and the news. They do not get language. They get imagery, and it influences their behavior that fast. That's why you say, oh, I knew they were going to do that, right? But it's because you had the image in your mind. So be very, very mindful about that. So bear that in mind. We tend to only transmit love and light and the wisdom and truth as we understand it to be. So you are, again, it is up to your discretion if you would like to watch your children watch this program. Thank you. That's all they need to say on that. Thank you. um, there we go. Manoj is saying, my eldest daughter told me today that I don't love her as much as I love my youngest daughter. Have I failed in showing my love to my eldest daughter? Could you please ask Jesus? Immediate answer that came back is no. It's important you tell your eldest daughter that your youngest child needs more care because of her lack of experience compared to her. You must let your elder daughter know that you trust her more than her. You trust her more than her younger sibling because she knows more. It's not that you love her less at all, but it's important that she understands why you are treating the other differently. So please understand, communicate to both children that you love them equally, but you must give them the understanding about why you do treat one different than the other. You treat one differently because one has more experience or less experience than the other. And if they understand from this perspective, you will find that concern or fear from them. Not only is it unfounded, but they will be relieved to know that you are trusting them. Because this is what is true, is it not? That you trust your older daughter. She does not need your attention as much as her younger sister. So please make them understand this is not an issue of love. This is an issue of trust. You trust one more than the other because one is still learning to acquire certain capabilities where the other one already has. So please let your eldest daughter know this. That is, you have extended greater trust, which is foundational upon love. So in fact, you actually love her more because you trust her more. And the other, you're still learning to trust more because she's still acquiring that knowledge and experience. Please communicate this. You will find your dear ones will be very receptive to the truth. They always are. The little ones are always receptive to the truth. They're never receptive to a lie. They'll always resist a lie. Thank you, Master. I appreciate that. How can we contact this being and be connected with it? Reflection, I'm not sure which being you're referring to. Sunny Soul, do you see me moving to another country in the future? If you want us to see you moving to another country in the future, then you have to allow that, which means you must decide, for you cannot go anywhere without your consent, and we could not lead you anywhere without your consent. If you decide to envision yourself in that place, then you will go there. Do you wish to go there? We could see you going there. We could see you going anywhere you choose. We would not impose our will upon any of you. That would not serve the purpose of the creation, for the creation is an independent expression of divine love functioning through individual forms in a limitless capacity without any conflict or force from our perspective. So I'll paraphrase that. If you want to go to another country, go to another country. But check inside. Does it feel right to you? Check your heart. Does this make you feel your energy go up? If you think about going there, does your energy expand or does your energy contract? Learn to ask yourself fundamental questions. You learn this in our Mediumship 101 course. If you want to come take the course in September, come and learn how to become reconnected to your intuition, to know your answers that you need to know. Because within you, there's a device, a consciousness within you that is you, that knows all truth, that knows all answers that are right for you. And your body can be trained to recognize what is true and what is false for you. You must become conscious of that. Please become conscious of how to read what is true and what is false for you. We aren't here to run people's lives. We're here to liberate you to create the life you came here to manifest through your own deliberate process. Shekhinah, are the 22 genetic testing still happening? I am a test subject, and I'm wondering if they are still happening. Thank you. From my perspective, I don't get anything from that. What about you guys? They're saying if you find that the test is still necessary, then it shall be continued. But we would recommend that you decide that you've passed and begin to pursue your application of the higher frequencies that you've attuned yourself to by engaging this process that you call testing. Cool. Thank you. Just going to scroll down here. Oh, you're welcome, Artist Girl. Let's see, did I miss a bunch of questions here? 44. We're at 44. That's a lovely number. Thank you. Janine is asking a question here. Or Terry too is asking, should I start a business for cooking healthy meals for those that don't have time? Um, what do you feel, Terry, when you think about that idea? What do you feel? Do you feel an expansion or a contraction in your energy? Do you feel open or do you feel closed? It's important. You all need to learn to connect to your higher awareness. There's an aspect of you that knows all things that you need to know. You know, um, from our perspective, you would certainly find there could be great joy in serving people in this manner. But they saying you already know this. You are just uncertain because you're wondering about the logistics of it. They're saying don't worry about the logistics of it. If you just do that which you find joy in your heart to do, then all of those things that are aligned to that joy will come into place, and all those things that aren't in alignment with that will fall away. Do not fear. um, uh, okay, I got to scroll. How can we? Oh, this current meeting. Again, you're in touch with us already. If you wish to speak to us directly, just learn to quiet your mind and listen. Learn to quiet your mind and listen. It is your mind that prevents you from hearing. It is your memory that prevents you from hearing. Stop your mind from thinking and be present, and you will hear all that is available for you to hear. You might not like some of it because it will disagree with your limitations, but that is why we're here, to disagree with your limitations without using any force. Thank you. Hi, Susanna. Good to see you. You're welcome, artist girl. Nura is asking, is there a meditation or technique to receive messages when you are at crossroads and got no clear direction in life? Absolutely, Nura. Absolutely. I'm not sure if it's Nura or Nura. There is a part of you that knows all you require to know. But what most people get is they get stuck. They get stuck in what they remember, or they've been stuck in the conditioning of who they think they are, the thoughts you've been inquiring, you're holding on to. Learn to meditate. Learn to still your mind. Learn to get still. You cannot hear until your mind is quiet. You will not hear anything else until you get your mind quiet. We are all around you. We are around you right now. You can feel our presence because we speak the words. You can vibrate and feel it. We make you aware of it by the statement. So as you allow yourself to let your mind be quiet, you will feel our presence. There is no doubt. We know this. But again, if you're distracted by something, you will not know what's over here. Right? Sometimes you get that flash of light, then you look and it's gone because you bring this with you. You must get this quiet, become very still. We teach meditation through this one in all of his courses and classes, and we will begin this next week here. Yes, thank you. And it really is true. Get your mind out of the way. You really got to get your mind out of the way. I lived with my mind. My first mentor used to say, William, your mind is the madman at home. And I never understood that. And I understood that, what he means by that. It's so limited. All your mind has in it is what's stored from the 5 physical senses, from the time that body you're in was born, and the genetically acquired information that's been handed down to you, thoughts, emotions, and memories that you have stored in your body as DNA information. In the packets of your DNA, every conceivable experience ever contained in the consciousness of within this planet for the last 250 million years is stored within your DNA. All of the thoughts, emotions, and memories of all of the family members you've had over the last 3 or 4 generations is also stored in your body. And you've got to learn to, that's why diseases can be handed down, not because you're going to inherit it, because the energy of it's handed down, and certain situations and circumstances can trigger it or deactivate it. There's a science called epigenetics that deals with a lot with that. Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, a number of others that are really leading the cutting edge on understanding how to regulate and upregulate and downregulate genetic systems in the body. And it's very simple once you understand the process, and there is a process. And meditation is the foundation upon which you will find your freedom. You have to learn to train your body and mind to be still. If you can't train your body and mind to be still, it will run you, right? It's meant to be your servant, not your master. That's what Jesus always says. Tell them the same thing, William. Please tell them. The body and mind are meant to be your servants, not your master. And it is true. Naveed, to your questions, and I'm getting a very intense answer here, and they're saying you must listen and stop trying so hard. You keep trying and trying and trying, and it is very tiring for you and very frustrating for you. If you will cease trying and just allow yourself to be aware and listen without thought, without expectation, be open to receive, all that you seek is at your doorstep. Please open the door with the silence of your mind. Wow. Wow. That's great. Thank you. You're welcome, Manoj. Bethany's asking, what should I do about these feelings I have for a certain someone? Wow. Bethany, that's a great question. And thank you for asking that question, because when you venture out into the realm of relationships, they got very fascinating opinions about relationship. Yes. They're saying it's important you distinguish from where those feelings are originated. Many of you have no understanding of what a real relationship is. Many of you are confined to the biological frequencies of what a relationship is. You are also attuned to the mental conceptions of what relationships is. And many of you have never really felt what a real relationship is as a vibration that is separate and distinct from matter and mind. For a relationship that is founded on body will be limited by that which is body, and that which is foundation on mind will be limited by that which is in your mind. But when you understand the frequency of your soul, you will know exactly with whom you belong and whom you are here to work with. You will know this, for you will know it as an awareness more so than as an emotional sensation. The sensations of your body are very precisely defined in order that you can maintain the expression of matter so that you continue to learn in this physical dimension. So these physical bodies are naturally attracted to produce another form through which a soul may express its potential in this world. Understand the body does not define who you are. You came here to define what it is. And many of you are stuck in the attractive and repulsion mechanisms that are organically hardwired into your physical mechanism, so matter continue to be manifested for the benefit of experience. Learn to identify, are your feelings coming from your body? Because most of you will find the attraction is mostly physical. If the attraction is founded on certain ideas and values that you have in common, that is still only a small percentage. It is what you do not see in the mind of another, the unconscious material also, which is important. You must understand, what is this unconscious drive? But ultimately, you must learn to define your awareness of what is true from what your mind and body are telling you is true. And that, again, we suggest you go forth to meditation and learn to still your mind and learn to still your body, learn to get reconnected to yourself as an awareness, being that limitless consciousness manifesting through a finite expression of yourself. Wow. And I can speak from personal. Your body is instinctually hardwired. This is my language. Your body is instinctually hardwired to procreate, sleep, and eat. That's it. That's it. Eat, sleep, procreate, and play. The body will play too, right? It's another thing. It likes to play and run around and do things. Eat, sleep, procreate, and play. That's the primary functions of your body. That's it. That's how it survives. That's how it thrives fundamentally. And with that comes fight or flight. Some things will avoid, some things. Your mind is a different thing. Your mind is interfaced with your body. So everything you've acquired about what relationship is, what love is, what love isn't, what you've read from books and television and heard from your friends and their experiences form a composite in your mind that becomes a paradigm that if your awareness is identified with that paradigm, then you will look for and find something your body feels, oh, I feel attracted to that person. Oh, yeah, I feel some chemistry there. Woohoo, yeah. And then the mind's going, oh, yeah, they think like this. They got money, they got this, they got that. And your mind assesses things that it's been programmed to think means this person is good or this is what a relationship is. And then that becomes an attractive force. And often your soul, your awareness, 6 months, 8 months, a year down the road, you go, what happened? Who is this person, right? Because you didn't check in with your awareness. You got caught in the mental, physical paradigm of creative process. And that's not what you're meant to be bound by. You're meant to be liberated. It's meant to be liberated by you from that process so that you can find your soul family, to find that individual or group of individuals that you're here to collectively work with as we are here now, that group of individuals to collectively and intelligently manifest a creation that benefits the largest number of people at the expense of none. Because a creation can be done on a very grand level and not at the expense of any if you understand the difference between who you are as a soul versus who you are as a mind and a body is important. And we emphasize the process of meditation for this. Thank you for that €2, Vanessa. I really appreciate it. Does Jeremiah have any advice for me? I don't know why first words coming up, something about breathing. I don't know why they're saying something about your breathing needs to be more, you need to really become more conscious of your breath, of your breath and your heart. They want you to become more conscious of your breath and your heart as a sensation, not as a physical sensation, as a feeling sensation. Yeah, as an energy. Good question. I think where are we now? Wow, 12:22. We're doing great. What is my guardian angel's name? My name is Kirk. Hi, Kirk. Kirk, can I get Kirk's guardian angel's name? Wow. Hang on, let me just, it takes a minute. I don't have a pen here. It's a D-R-I-A-L-M-A-N. D-R-A-I-L-M-A-N. 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 Did you get that? D-R-A-I-L-M-A-N. Again, I don't know the pronunciation of it, but that's what you got. It's a very strong male-female composite, this one. I'm saying they, because it's like there's two into one. It's a strong male-female composite. And it's something work-related. Their focus with you is work-related. They're saying not job-related, work-related. They want me to stress to you that it's work-related, not job-related. What do you mean? What is the distinction? Work is what you are here to do. Job is what you're doing to keep your food on the table. But your work will fulfill you even greater than this. Cool. You're welcome, Bethany. I think I got time for one more question today. D-R-A-I. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Nira. Thank you for that £2, Lydia. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bo is asking, with my preoccupation with what name, why my preoccupation with what name I should go by? That's funny. As soon as you ask the question, they're laughing, and they're just basically saying you're preoccupied. Don't be preoccupied with the name that you have of this world. You are becoming aware of the vibration of your new name, the name that is who you are as an I am, who you are. Some call it the I am, but when you feel that aspect of your awareness, you may ask it to reveal a name to you that represents its vibration that can be used in this world. You can use the vibration of it to create the name that it represents in this world. But they're saying that you're wrestling with the name you have of ideas of names from this world. The name that you're drawn to is the name that's not of this world. It's the name of your soul as it needs to be called or referred to down in this physical dimension. Names are very important if you understand the vibration of sound and the construction of linguistics. Metatron got into a long discussion with me about the vibration of words and why it was so important. And he said, every letter, every vowel, every consonant, every word, every symbol, depending on what language you're in, creates a specific energy. And if the energy, if you're given a name from this world by your parents and your teachers, that vibrational energy may not match the awareness of your soul. And that energy will actually keep you disconnected from being aware for many years. So once you start connecting to the energy of who you are as an awareness, you can feel that, you want to start then asking, what name do I need to go by in this form? And you want to bring that through. And again, once you've learned to meditate, that information becomes very accessible to you. Once your mind and your body can be made still, that information is readily available, instantaneously available to anybody, right? So the vibration of your name as soul here will allow the energy of your soul to flow more purposefully and potently into this third dimension, right? right? You are not of this world. You are not of this world. None of us are. We are functioning in this world through matter, time, and space, right? That's it. You're welcome, Kirk. Reflection. I think I'm not sure where your question is. Again, if you want your question, because I got a lot of questions here, and I know I don't get to all of them, and they're just saying if you want to prioritize a question, you can use the super chats to do it. You can even use a minimum of $1, but it'll prioritize your question. Because then I have to scroll back up to find a question, and that's not fair for the whole process. Because I have to find my place again. The other thing you can do when you do have a question, write the word question in front of your question, so I know it's a question. I can catch that out of my peripheral vision. Ask the so put that word in front of your question from now on. Question, then I'll know it's a question. Then I can easily scroll up and down and find it a little easier. But it's easier when you do the super chats. I can get those right away. Reflection. I'm going to see if I can scroll up here. This is my last time scrolling up. Here it is. Thank you for putting that in front of the question, reflection. I have been conjuring up my manifestation. However, I'm not sure when to take action. Could you provide clarification for me, please? That's a great question, and I'm really glad you got us to come back to this. It's so important. When you are creating a manifestation, if you are certain of the vibration of it, like you feel like it's real, that it's actually happening for you, it's manifesting, it's unfolding, then all you need to know is you set it in motion. You just have to keep adding energy to it, get more into the energy, the vibration of it. How does it feel having it right now? You get more deeply and deeply in that. It will become, you will see the signs, things will happen, events, phone calls, people, situations, circumstances, ideas, inspiration will come to you. It will come to you. Ask and you shall receive, but you have to be mindful of things that are happening, because sometimes, like yesterday, for example, because when I meditate in the morning, I always ask the infinite source, God, if you like, I always say, give me a sign that I have reached you, you understand me, please give me a sign today. My sign yesterday, we went out for a walk, and my wife went into a store, and she's in there, and I'm sitting outside with the dog, and I got my foot up on this footrest, and I'm just blissing out. And this black man comes up to me dressed in leather jacket, and goes, "Hey man, how you doing?" And we do this fist bump thing automatically, right? And go, "That's pretty cool, right? Nice guy." And he goes, "Hey, but how you doing?" He does it with the other one. Okay, and I go, "Oh, it's you, right?" And he smiles at me and says, "Yeah." And he walks away. Literally, it's just like that. Yeah, and he walks away. So it will come to you. It will come to you. Just stay connected as often as you can to the feeling of it. Because remember, when you're connected to the feeling, emotional energy organizes matter. Emotional energy organizes matter. Emotion is the fifth state of energy. Remember that. Emotion is the fifth state of energy, and it organizes all other energy below it. Thank you. Okay, scrolling back down the bottom, I'll take one more question. We're just about there. Thank you for that $10 sticker, Terry. I really appreciate it. So kind of you. Shane is asking, can you please give guidance on my question up above? Thank you. Excited for guidance. Shane, I remember a question being asked by you earlier. Like I said, I will not be scrolling up anymore after today. It's just, it's too much work, but I love what I do. There it is. Shane's asking, question. And thank you, Shane, for putting question in front of your question. I've got to train my physical brain and eyes to remember to respond to that now. Remember, the body learns through repetition. So please bear with me as we just brought this idea in a couple of days ago. Thanks to Norma for suggesting it. Oh, wait a second. That's funny. I'm just, Shane. Just a moment, Shane. There it is. An opening for a career. An opening for a career has come. I am really excited about. Will this be of benefit to me and others? A lot of synchronizations happen. Well, the answer. Why are you asking the question? You just told us you already have the answer. You are excited. You are enjoyed. There's synchronicities happening. You're in tune. You're in alignment with it. But we highly recommend that you stay connected to your excitement even after you move into the position of this job, because it is the energy of your excitement and your enthusiasm about it that brought the manifestation. To maintain the manifestation and to allow it to evolve into something even more, stay connected to your excitement so that the opportunity will become even more than you could ever have imagined. It is your emotion that fuels the creation. Thank you, Shane. That was worth going up and looking at that question for. Thank you so much. Patricia, maybe. Question in all caps. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means, Patricia, but we've just hit the 12:32 mark. So you might want to bring that question back. I want to say, first of all, thank you, everybody, for showing up today. It really, really means a lot because it's not just for us. We're generating a collective vibration here. This is what we all do on this planet. We are not separate from each other from a vibrational perspective. But when you generate a new frequency and bring in new energy into the planet, you have to broadcast it. Like this is a new TV station. You got to broadcast it out and people got to get connected to it. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share the information with other people. And again, you can if you want to look at learn how to talk to your guides and angels and learn how to have unlimited information available to you, then you want to connect to me through our courses and classes on my website, williammichaelforbes.com. We have our last course run for next year starting September the 5th, and you can register for that on my website, williammichaelforbes.com/courses. Also, if you want to become a Patreon supporter, we have an incentive. We do a monthly draw for a free reading with me if you become a Patreon. Plus, we have a Patreon only live Q&A event once a month. And you also get to ask a question of your guides and your angels, and we'll deliver that answer for you once a month. And those are the benefits of being a Patreon. And again, support this work in whatever way you can. Much love to all of you. Thank you again for your time, your energy, your love, and your contributions. Have a great day. Bye for now.